Just keep fighting for me and keep showing your love and support.
Hello.
Hi. Oh my God, Becca. I guess we're back together again, aren't we?
I guess so. Oh, can you mute your video?
Hang on. Yeah, I forgot to turn it on. I was wondering what the hell that noise was. I always do that though because I want to make sure that I hear,
Yeah.
So long time no talk.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We finally found a time and a place where I'm
sorry I got mixed up when you had 3 o'clock on there. I wasn't sure what that was all about, but
I think for whatever reasons, it wasn't because it's 3 o'clock for me, but 5 o'clock for you. So for whatever reasons, you saw the time for me.
Oh, okay. I didn't add. Yeah, I got to add the 2 hours because I'm 2 hours ahead of you. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to take it out on you if I sounded kind of harsh.
Oh no, you weren't harsh. You're not harsh.
Yeah. So otherwise, what's new? Holy crap.
Well, I don't know where to start.
Well, I missed you at the rally. Definitely, I kept looking for you. I'm going, dummy, she's not here.
Yeah. So I didn't go to the rally this year for 2 reasons. I guess kind of.
Rhonda's in there. Hi, Esty Rhonda.
Yeah,
hi, everybody. By the way. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. I didn't mean to step on you.
Oh, you're fine. So the first reason was I honestly was worried about going to the rally because there have been some issues between me and another person, and I was right, and I was worried that me showing up to the rally would cause issues for the rally, and I want it to be completely about the guys and their freedom, and so that was part of the reason.
I totally understand. Yeah, I mean, you get along with certain people. I've been working at places for how many years now, and each place, there's like a whole handful you don't get along with, and I just kind of say hi and move on. But I totally understand you. I really get you. I really do.
Yeah, it was just that was one reason, and then the other reason is because I found out that I was going to be visiting with Brendan, and
yeah, definitely. I mean, you got one chance. The only thing I was confused about, I thought it was just going to be you. And then when I went up the week before, he was telling me everybody, and it's like, now why didn't I catch up on that? But I'm not saying no names, but I know you got the picture out there. But I just thought it was just you and him were getting together. And then I found out it was
I didn't. Else. Yeah, I didn't really mention anybody else unless they wanted to say it because I didn't want.
Yeah, he totally explained it to me, so
Yeah, but that's why. And then so like 2018, I was supposed to go visit Brendan, and it was going to be during a rally, and I was going to have like 2 days, and then one day was going to be the rally. But anyway, somebody contacted the prison and told them that there was going to be a rally that weekend along with the visits. So the prison canceled the visit.
Oh, so they didn't like that.
They thought that for whatever reasons they felt like that was a safety concern. So when I found out that I had this rally, this visit, I decided like I didn't want the visit to be interfering with
Oh
the
yeah,
rally.
totally fine. I mean,
Yeah.
at that point in stand, that was more important, and I totally get it because how many opportunities are you going to see Brendan, my son, in
Right.
person? In person,
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah.
When I found out you were coming to see him, it's like, oh my god! After all these years, you finally get to meet him in person.
I know.
Yeah,
It was really
isn't there a strong feeling and a strong connection with him?
well, yeah, it's because like I felt like I've always felt like he's like my best friend. So like
Yeah,
seeing him in person was kind of like seeing a friend, you know.
yeah.
So um,
And then you went on 2 days. Monday, you got a chance to try out the breakfast, and I didn't know
yeah,
what you guys had on Tuesdays. See, I don't enjoy all that because I go on Sundays, and Sundays they just got the soda machine. They don't have any
yeah.
meals, but you know. So
Well, so the first day, yeah, we had it was a breakfast meal, and our visit was from 4 to 8, and he got the Denver omelet and 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 sausage, I think. And I honestly, Pete, wasn't really super like I didn't really feel like eating, so I just got an iced coffee and a water.
well, yeah, because you were probably nervous and you didn't want to eat.
Well, that and I just honestly wasn't feeling like I just wasn't. I
Okay,
don't
now
know.
be honest with me. Were you shaking?
Uh, okay, so my leg bounces all the time, so that was happening.
Okay, okay.
And Barb was there at the visit too, and she kept like because she was sitting right next to me, and she's like,
Yeah,
"Stop shaking your leg." I was like, I'm sorry.
yeah. Oh, that was a nervous condition?
I just I have ADHD, so I constantly have to
Oh,
be
okay.
moving.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, and then so like 2 out of the 3 of the people have gotten back to me saying it's okay for them to mention. Not that the third person doesn't want me to mention, but she's probably asleep. So
Yeah.
just for the purposes of me respecting everyone's privacy, except for the 2 that said that it's okay if I mention that they were there. So I'm gonna
Okay.
refer to the third person as our third person.
Yeah, because
Um,
Brendan told me hush hush, and I didn't.
right.
I didn't want to start. I didn't want to start anything, but I just thought it was only going to be just you and his and her mom.
No,
But I'm
yeah,
glad all you guys. I'm glad you guys got all up there because, I mean, otherwise it's just me as Ma, Scott,
yeah.
Bobby and his kids, and Blaine once in a while, and everybody else on there. You know, I wish more would go up, but oh my God, you must have just totally blew them away when you walk through the door, huh?
I think he was nervous a little bit at the
Yeah,
beginning.
I
Yeah,
betcha. Yeah, because
yeah,
those are new faces, and you
yeah,
know, it's.
yeah. And we're a pretty rowdy group, all 5 of us.
I'm glad you got the 4 hours. I bet you the 4 hours even went fast, right?
It did. The first day, yeah. And the second day, it felt like it went by fast too. And then,
Did you guys
yeah,
ever get a chance to play any cards?
we played. What I can't remember the names of these card games.
Did he play? Did he try any shampoo on you?
That maybe shampoo is that the one where you put the 5 cards down flat and then you put a card like you try to guess 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5.
No, that's garbage.
Okay, then we played that.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, Rhonda's got it. Yeah, because
Okay.
So Rhonda was one of the people during the visit. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Shampoo is like 3 cards, and then you gotta put 3 cards over. There's a lot to shampoo, you know. So,
yeah,
but yeah,
so
garbage is real easy, and King's Corner is real easy.
yeah. Well, Rhonda and Brendan and Barb, I think, played King's Corner, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
me, and then all of us played Garbage. And but yeah, there was like one game he tried to show us, and I'm like, Brendan, I'm dumb. I can't do math. So,
What
can we
was the
just?
game you? What was the game he was trying to show you?
You're supposed to get cards up to like a certain number, so you're supposed to get like 3 certain cards, and
Okay.
I think it's like 30 something that you're supposed to get the number to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he knows so many things. We just play the ones that we like. Shampoo is kind of hard because you can be winning in shampoo, and then at the end you can lose really quick, and you can get a handful of cards. That's the
Yeah,
only reason why. That's the only reason why I don't like the game once in a while. But I can take it. It's only a game, you know.
yeah. No, I
So
mean, I I was threatening to flip the table. I was getting frustrated,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but it was a lot of fun, and we colored one of the days. We didn't.
Was there pretty many up there at that time, or?
Oh, visitors? Yeah, there was a lot of
Yeah.
visitors.
Oh, because usually when I go on Sunday, we usually get about half the room full.
Yeah, no, this.
Maybe sometimes three quarters, but I think during the week, I think he gets more. But for me, I could go during the week, but for me, it's too much because I got to get out after work, shit, shower, and shave, and then
Yeah,
hit her there. I just like going up early on Sunday, get my hours out of the way, and then he'll have the rest of the day. So
yeah.
yeah, so
Well, so let's see. But yeah, the rally though, I heard. Did you get to meet Jerry Buting?
yeah, he was there. Yeah,
Yeah. Let me see
yeah.
actually if I
I
can pull
can't I
up.
can't believe that he said it's been 20 years since he saw us.
Yeah, that's what I was told. Because like I said, I wasn't able to go. I was
Yeah, yeah,
Rhonda went, and she told me some stuff, like as far as how it went. Like Jerry Buting was
yeah, yeah.
there, and
We had
um,
a couple new people from Minnesota. I think a couple or maybe four from Minnesota's first time coming up.
yeah,
Yeah. So,
that's cool. That's always cool to see. And then I saw that um, there was a person who commented in here. Let's see how their name.
but
This one, yeah.
for
I know
bowing
Mary.
out, I totally get you, and I do understand you, and
Yeah,
I'm glad that you got up to see him. Because we always have rallies otherwise. So
yeah. Well, and
yeah,
if it happens again next year, if hopefully, hopefully I do get another visit
yeah.
next year, but and hopefully it's when he's out.
But I
Um,
do understand about getting along with certain people and certain people not. But
yeah.
I've been there, so I try and get along with everybody, but sometimes you can't. I mean, it's
Well, and that's fine. Sometimes people just don't get along, and
yeah,
um,
yeah. So I totally understand you. But what I'm saying is I really definitely missed you because
yeah.
usually I always considered that you were like kind of like our leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Lisa did a fantastic.
Oh yeah, she did. Yeah, no,
Um,
no, I'm not saying that, but yeah,
yeah,
Lisa
yeah,
took a fine job taking over. I mean, yeah,
yeah. But she also told me she's like, please come next year because it's a lot of work and being there
yeah, it
and then
is.
doing
Yeah, it is.
everything
Yeah,
and
yeah, it is.
um, yeah. So let me actually see because like I thought I saw some pictures that of the rally.
Yeah, we did. We did take some, and you even got one for me sitting down because I tried to do a good job and standing up at all. But you heard about my ladder accident. I was playing stuntman for a new show, but it didn't work out. So.
Yeah, well, what happened with that? You went up the ladder?
Yeah, I'll see you in our garage. In the summer, we get the summer stuff out, and in the winter, we get the winter stuff out. Christmas. Well, it's up in the rafters in the garage.
Yeah,
So you got to get an 8-foot ladder, and we got about a 10-foot ceiling. So we go up there, and things are on like shelves. Well, instead of me hanging on to the 2x4s that are mounted, I grabbed the shelf to reach over for the box. Well, the shelf slipped, and it kind of just boing, there I went. So
that's awful.
when I did eventually go to the hospital, the lady goes, "Well, did you lose? Were you unconscious when you fell?" I
Yeah.
said, "No, I just made a stupid move." So thank God that I just had badly bruises. I'm still coming along. I still ache pretty much, but I am getting better every day, though.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah,
glad
it's
to hear
just
that you're getting better every day, but yeah, you got to be careful.
yeah. I know that that it was cool flying in the air, but when I hit the ground, it wasn't cool. So I
Yeah.
was trying to make a joke out of it. Yeah, I sat there 5 minutes, and well, nobody was home either, so I had to lay there and then try and get myself up. And the next day it was really bad. I didn't even want to move. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
Well, let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find. All right. Well, while I'm waiting to find rally pictures,
yeah.
I'll just go ahead and show you guys
Yeah, I'll show you
these
some of my. Here's
pictures.
some of my marks when I came down on my elbow.
Yeah.
That's almost all healed already, but
Oh yeah.
but I can show you some major bruises. So
No,
they're
I think
gone,
he
but
sent them to me too. It sounded
yeah,
awful.
yeah. It's like it looks like it's painful, Pete.
Yeah, it did look
Yeah,
painful.
Rebecca says. Snodgrass says, "Yeah, I can fly." Yeah, I was trying to do that imitation. You guys ever watch Gilligan's Island when he was trying to be he made some feathers and he tried to fly? I guess that's what I was trying to do, but I didn't have the
Yeah.
feathers on. No, I didn't have the wings made.
Did Brendan call the rally, by the way?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he
Okay,
did.
good. Okay.
He talked to his ma, got it because I don't know. I don't know if it was a cyber attack or whatever on Cellcom because we're all through Cellcom, and for a
Yeah.
while our phones weren't working, so I haven't heard from him for a while. But I guess now things are pretty good with those guys again. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, that's good.
Rebecca, she goes flap harder next time. Okay, you're
All right.
funny.
So here.
Okay, yeah, I know there's some pictures out there.
Yeah, and I've been. If you guys have pictures, if you don't mind sending them to me, that would be awesome. And
Oh, okay. Okay. Just let me know
so
which ones. Just
because
let me
I'm
know
a
which ones. Let me know which ones you got, and I'll send you the ones that you don't have.
well,
I'll
I'm
send
gonna
the
show
ones.
you so far because Lisa sent me a bunch of pictures. So I just wanted to show you guys everything. She, like I said, she did a fantastic job
Yeah, she did.
for
Awesome. Yeah, she
like
was. Yeah.
doing this for us and for like stepping up and taking initiative. Um, so hold on one second, and then I'll. 'Cause this looks really awesome. Wait, one
Yeah.
second.
By the time we got together, we had pretty many people at the time. It didn't seem like it, but after a while, it.
Well, in this format that we did it is probably if it's probably what we're going to be doing again next time. If the hotel allows us to use them again, if not, then we'll just find a different one. But this seemed to work very well.
Yeah, it
It
seemed
was a
like
lot of work putting
it
together, but
it seemed like they had a fantastic time getting their rooms. I
yeah,
mean, a fantastic. They got them for a deal, I guess. So
yeah, no, it was fantastic. But here, let me go ahead and I'll just show you guys first. Um, let's see. Wait, I'll show you the rally pictures first, and then we'll show you.
I'm trying to see if I can find. I'm trying to see if I can find the rally. She did a video, and I'm trying to see if I can find the video, and then you can. I'll send it to you, and then you can throw it on there. Of the
Yeah,
people that came so far, but I'm not. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll send it to you, and then if you want to put it on,
let's see.
she
Also,
actually made two videos, but I don't know. The second one's kind of short, so I don't know.
yeah, and I think I saw one of them, but here, there's also. Did he post them on here? Freedom Rally. Here we go.
Oh
Because
yeah, she probably.
he also posted pictures. This is gonna take me a minute.
If I send you some, can I send you them through Messenger? Will that work?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Okay. This was This is not the second video. I don't know if you're. Actually, I got to meet Lisa's husband. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah, it looked like it.
And then Carolyn O'Brien was in. She's a lifer.
Yeah. Is that what we're calling us now?
Well, I don't. I shouldn't say that. No, I'll rephrase that because there's no way in heck that he's going to be in there.
Well, I was
I think
thinking
that's
it
what
more.
I think that's what Lisa said in the video.
I was
Because
thinking it more like we're in this for life with you guys.
she's been in here for how many of them now, and she's
Yeah.
from California.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's how I look at it. When you say we're lifers, that means that we're in this with you guys for
yeah,
life.
all together. Yeah, until
So
he
I
gets
don't.
out.
Yeah. Or and then even after, you think you're gonna get rid of me, Pete?
Okay, I see number 2. Now I'm trying to look for number 1, and
All
I'll
right.
send
So,
it. Okay, go ahead. What you got? And
well, let me see, because I think I know what video.
did that one that when I sent you that one, did it come through?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I found video number 1. So
Well, I'll
I
go
don't
ahead
know.
and share this.
I don't know
Then.
which one. I don't know which one. I don't know which one you saw or which one you're gonna run, but I'll
Here.
I'll send you.
You ready?
Okay, I think that's number 2, isn't it?
You ready though? I have the video up.
Oh, okay. This one's
I'm
number
gonna
1. I don't know which
go.
one you got. I don't know which one that is there, but I just sent you number 1. I think that's number 2. I
Okay.
don't know. Okay, go ahead.
At the rally.
It was windy, so it's gonna
Yeah.
be hard to hear. That's Lisa's husband
For
right
number
there.
11. Yes. Hello, everybody. I'm in the street. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell law enforcement. Rhonda made it. Hello.
Hi everybody, it's only me.
Only you. Hello. Yes, we're live. And guess who just got here, you guys? Carla's here. With baby, quote unquote, Danielle. They're over there. I don't know if I can zoom in. Here we go. And Danielle's baby. What was her name? Is it Allison? What's Carla's grandbaby's name? Alyssa, Allison. She just told me. She just told me. Megan will know. What's Megan? We lost Jerome Buting's here. Jerome Buting is here, you guys. Jerome Buting has arrived.
Woo!
Yeah, it was really bad on the wind.
Okay, now I got the goosies. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Hey, Todd, do you remember what Carla's grandbaby's name was? Alyssa, Allison. It was a real pretty name. Allison? Allison. Oh, beautiful spelling. Such a guy. Huh? No, he was going to come to the rally for a little bit and then the after rally. Yeah, I know.
There we go.
Yeah, very nice. But anyways, this is us. We're missing a few people. But we are here. We just wanted to touch in real quick. We're going to do a group photo here pretty soon. And then we're going to head over to the after rally. So I just wanted to pop in, guys. Let y'all know we're here. We're still rallying. We're not yelling because I'm not starting the rally or the yelling. So, all right, I got to go.
That's pretty cool.
So that was number 2, right?
Yeah. And then number 1.
Yeah, number 1 starts out with somebody turning a sign around.
Yeah.
Then you start talking or whatever. So yeah, it was really windy. It was really bad that day, Chris. We had to use the chairs to put the chairs on the signs because the signs were blowing down the street.
Yeah. It looked pretty intense.
Yeah.
Right. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's number one.
Hi, everybody.
We're here. Where are you? From Minnesota. Megan.
Hello, Megan.
Little Megan. Yes. The other Megan.
And this is?
Hi, I'm Bonnie from Minnesota. Just here to support the boys.
Alrighty, we are here. Here, I'm gonna flip this around real quick. Hang on. It's been a while since I've done a live. I'm Lisa Zakowski. We're in the discussion group, and we are at the rally. And not too many people are here yet. I know there's a lot more coming, but I thought I'd go ahead and get a live going for you guys to see where we're at. Hello, everybody. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this around. There we go. All right, hi, ladies. There's signs.
Minnesota.
And you support the men. Look at their nice signs. Very nice. Very bright. Yes, thank you for coming, you guys. Yes, is this your first year coming with it to join us? That is awesome. Awesome. Welcome. Oh, hello. And who are you? And Carolyn's a regular. She's been here many, many years. Have you been here all the years? I feel like you have. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
I think Carolyn has been at every one of these starting from 2019.
Totally, yeah.
I think that's when I first met her was 2019. So, but yeah, I think she's pretty much made it to almost every single one.
Yeah.
Even though
California is longer than you, right?
Yeah, she drives just like I do, but she actually
how far is California from you?
Just
a couple states over, right?
Well, they're one state over, but the way I have to go down and then across and then up, and so it feels like it takes me like 12 hours to probably get to where she lives.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe less than that. But yeah, no, she's got at least another 8 to 10 hour drive on me.
Oh my God.
So like if it took me this year, it took me like 30 hours to get from Arizona to Oshkosh. So it would probably take her like 50 hours.
Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah. It's a drive.
Yeah.
Hey, under your scars. But yeah. So she's definitely a trooper. She's a good supporter.
You're a long timer.
Long
and
timer.
You drove all the way from California. Alrighty, she definitely supports the men. And then who do we have over here?
Oh, who is it?
The klutz. The one who likes to fall off ladders.
Yeah. Three guesses in the first 2 dog count. Yeah. I was trying to play stuntman for a movie.
And he's here.
I'm doing a lot better.
Whoa, we got a honk.
Still kind of hurting, but a lot better.
We're very glad you're here. We weren't sure if you were coming or not. So.
Yeah.
Pete might be live. Pete might be live with Paul Capaldi later. We're not sure. We'll see how he's feeling, but we're just so grateful he's here. Thanks, Pete. All right, who do we have here?
What do we have here?
Yeah, this is James from Oshkosh. Why am I doing all the talking? Yeah, James is the man who got us the amazing deal on the hotel. We are so grateful. And because of his brother that passed away and the hotel manager. And thank you so much, James. We really appreciate it. Yeah, and let me see your sign. Release the RAV. Perfect. Thank you, James. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you what else we have going on here. We didn't know this, and I'm sorry in advance. I should have known. Here's the courthouse. Sorry if I'm walking too fast. We're at the courthouse where the men had their hearings, their trials. We didn't know this, but there's some construction going on over here in the parking lot. So if you do come to the rally, there is still parking back here, back in the back part of the parking lot, right by the courthouse. So here's our rally goers so far. We have a bunch more coming. People just kind of come when they get here. So, alrighty. We got Barb coming yet, I believe, and Leanne's, and I think Chantel's. I'm not sure who else is coming, but let's see if we can get some more honks. But I will check back later, guys. Oh, watcher from the UK. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Margaret. I'll let her know you say hi. Pete said, wow, I will let Pete know that you said hi. Hi, Jeannie. Hi, Michael. Hi, Marilyn. We miss you, Marilyn. We were hoping you'd be coming. Graham, hi there. And Margaret, hi, everybody. Awesome sauce. Yeah, so this is it for now so far, but this is good. We're going to get some chants going here pretty soon. And my husband's here too, but he's running errands for everybody. So we're just really grateful to have this group here. So we'll touch base a little later, and I will touch back at the after rally as well. So, all right, thanks for joining us, everybody.
All right.
Yeah,
Here,
the
I'll
only thing that
show-
kind of sucked about that, there was still people that didn't show, but you know how you always want to get a couple in there before everybody
Yeah.
comes. Yeah.
Let me show you guys.
Under Your Scars got a question for you, but
No, I didn't give him a big smooch. I gave him a big hug.
I love your picture with them side by side.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
gave him a big hug. I gave him a couple of big hugs, so I'm very happy about that.
It's different seeing him on a picture than in person, right?
He looks a lot different in person, yeah. Very, very handsome fella. Very funny.
Yeah, he
And
is.
yeah. He
You should see us together for 3 hours then.
Oh, I know. Like there were a few times where he would giggle and he sounded just like you, but I already knew that from on the phone. But just hearing him in person laugh, it was No, the visit melted my heart a lot. So he's
Under Your
definitely
Scar says teddy bear. Yep, that's it.
Yep.
It's a big, tall teddy bear. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. So
yeah.
Well, here's some.
I'm glad everybody got in to see him, and you got you got a 4-hour visit because when I see him, I only get a 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, here are some pictures of the after party event that
Yeah.
Lisa snagged that I'm going to share with you guys. So, but yeah, as you can see, it was a very cool layout, and we had the screen going, and there was foul play playing for a live discussion. This was you meeting Jerry Buting. See?
Yeah. That's when he said, Cray, it's been like 20 years. I said, really?
Yeah.
That goes so fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I was going to go, but by the end of the day, I was kind of aching because I wasn't used to flexing my muscles at the time yet.
Well,
I still got a problem today. I got 9,000 steps on, and
wow,
it's getting easier, but it's still kind of hard. But it's getting easier.
Yeah. Well, you got to take it easy,
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Right now we're in a big cleaning mode because next week we got a company coming in. They're painting the floors, so we gotta move all the stuff out of the way, and then by the machines we got to take care of the oil on the floor. You got to mop up all the oil. So
I'm gonna mute real quick. This is the car people. So,
okay.
1 second.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody for being here. It was a ball, y'all, Miss Rhonda, and long time no see, everybody. I don't know if you could still hear me. I don't know if she muted. Does that mean I'm muted too? I don't know if you guys can hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, hey, somebody type in to see if you can hear me. Yeah. Anyways, there, Miss Rhonda, SD Rhonda. I love the this time I got the small sign, so I love it. Thank you very much. Yeah. I got to get time to hang it up yet. I didn't have really good. Actually, I got more this year. last year I had 25. I think this year I got like 35. Maybe I should. I don't know. Did you go on my Facebook page and see my first video? I put a video out there. If you go on my Facebook page, you can see my video, and then you can see my brand new Martin house I made. It's a copy from the old one. I think I made it a couple inches bigger where they sit on the shelf. I actually made it bigger under your scars. Yep, she says, yeah. Oh, okay. When it warms up here, lately we've been getting 50s and 60s now. This coming weekend we're supposed to get 70s and in inland maybe 80s. So yeah, I painted it white and yellow because it was supposed to be white and red or white and orange, but they didn't have the. But see, what a Martin, if you guys don't know this, you got to use light colors because I got a buddy that wants to get them so bad, and he painted his house dark brown, and they don't like that because on a dark color in the summer when the sun hits on it, it creates heat, and they don't like sitting in the heat, so that's why they like lighter colors. Okay, she's back.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh no problem. I just tried to fill in.
Yeah, you did great. I couldn't listen because the car people.
Yeah, they were asking me how my Martins were doing. I said, "Did you check out my latest video?" And
you should, if it's okay, Pete. If you send me the video, I can post it on here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. But so anyway, back to the photos, I suppose. So Lisa set up these things on the tables. So this is a picture of young Brendan, and then there was a picture of Steve, but I don't know if I grabbed it. And then so this is Stacy Seabrook from Alive from the thing. This was the hotel was very accommodating to us. When I talked to them on the phone, they said it would cost us like $150 to have a setup like this, but because of our connection with the hotel with James, they actually comped us this, so this was free, and I thought that was very, very, very generous of them. So we got like free, soda and stuff like that, snacks, and then there's Pete in his office.
Did it actually? Yeah, I was sitting down because I was kind of aching. I didn't know how much I could handle at that time.
Oh, I don't blame you. That's a lot of standing.
This was like a week after the accident, so I actually, because when I came up, Lisa says, "Oh, I didn't think you were going to make it because I still thought you were in a lot of pain yet, And I told her, I said I wouldn't miss this for the world. Did the video come through to you?
I think it did, but I'll check on it here in a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
But this is, I didn't send them a card. Lisa sent them a card on behalf of our little organization group that me, James, and Lisa, thanking them for that. And so, and like I said, hopefully next year they can be just as accommodating to us. We might have to do the rallies around May for that to happen, but if the hotel can't do it again, then we'll find a different hotel, I think, because it went so well with the hotel aspect, and then having these lives and having like a little discussions and stuff like that. And now that people see that it can be pulled off pretty well, and even Jerry Buting, came and he told us that he was going to be coming back next year, and next year try to bring Dean because they still support Brendan and Steven. So definitely.
And that's great with the hotel that they let some of the rooms go for a decent price, and stay again. I forgot.
It was like the Holiday Inn.
Yeah. They got so many rooms for a good price. Yeah, that is a nice place. Last time I was in there, I was probably in there, I don't know, maybe the last maybe the last blue moon. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it's still a nice place, though. You know.
Yeah. It was a nice. We stayed there. Me and Lisa stayed there last rally, and that's what gave us the idea to try to use it. And yeah, and I'm glad that it worked out. It was stressful as all heck, though. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I there were times where I was like, we're not gonna make it, and we might have to cancel, and it sucks. The only thing that didn't come out okay was the T-shirts, and I'm not using that T-shirt company anymore. And yeah, so if you guys are still waiting on those refunds, keep bugging them. It's ridiculous. I know. I've already given them like a very stern letter yesterday, email yesterday, and hopefully these issues become fixed. But we're not going with them anymore. That's all I can say. But anyway, and then here's a group picture with Jerry.
That was nice. It's hard to believe that he said it's been 20 years.
I know. It just feels like
he didn't really change that much, did he?
No, I mean not really.
No.
Neither did you, honestly, except for your hair color.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, well, same thing for him. I noticed he was a little more gray, but yeah, when they see me, they say, "What the heck happened to your hair?" I mean,
Yeah.
you know, they all say my color. You know, my color's gone. You know.
Yeah. So this was the schedule. This is what we basically came down to. We were hoping that there would be more stuff, but I think it worked out pretty good because it gave people also an opportunity to visit, you know, and I even though I wasn't there to see it, I've heard nothing but good things about it. So definitely. I haven't heard anything from anybody about how Steven's doing, but I do have here. Well, I'll get to Steven here in a minute because there is a message that he had for the rally. But here's everybody enjoying. It looks like Paul Capaldi's live, which is pretty cool.
Who was he with?
Paul Capaldi was with Mark Hognott and Jerome.
Oh yeah. I was supposed to be in there too. He sent me a link, but I told him on there if I make it. So you know.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, it was understandable. You were very wiped out from everything.
And otherwise, if it was different conditions, you know.
Yeah. Here. No, but I get you. And then here's more pictures with you and Jerry, and then you can see Barb's head, and there's Rhonda, and here's what the setup kind of looked like with the tables and the presenting. More rally pictures. I'm also glad you all behaved while I wasn't there, because at least once or twice a year I have to yell at somebody for like, don't stand in the road, don't do this, don't do that. Like, there's always somebody I have to yell at. So, and I heard you guys behave very well. So thank you guys. Round of applause. You all did perfect rally etiquette. And then let's see. Oh, here's Christina from Sweden.
Oh my God! Hi, Christina. All right, she's still up yet? Holy crap!
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they like 6 hours ahead? I got 5:45. You got 3:45, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. No, she's
got 11:45.
I guess so. Yeah, it's late.
Wow, isn't that something how the world works?
Yeah.
You think everybody's on the same time?
From what Sandy said, he's doing great. Disappointed as usual, but still isn't giving up. And now Zellner is taking his case federal, so I'm still keeping my fingers. Yeah, that's the next step. He's basically going, if you guys remember Brendan's habeas corpus in that process. So that's basically the same that Steven's now doing. So I believe the next step for Steven is the Supreme Court. And I don't want to be like a negative Nelly about it, but this is just honestly the facts of it. They don't, every case that's presented to the Supreme Court, they only take on like a certain amount of them. And if they deny it, they deny it. So they only take like, and there's like a statistic too, like how many many cases make it to the Supreme Court. They receive about 7,000 to 8,000 petitions for review each year, but they only see 70 to 80 of those. So that's just to give you guys an idea of statistic wise. And honestly, God, I swear this, like if they didn't want to see Brendan's case in the Supreme Court, then I don't know what case would qualify, because if you won't even see Brendan's case, like in that case, had to deal with minor and being interrogated and coerced and like all the scientific studies behind it and psychologists and professionals and all this stuff backing, his innocence, and they still didn't take his case. Like
Under Your Scars was asking me, Pete, why is the Innocent Project not working? For Brendan, he would be a perfect case. I don't know. I think it's all screwed up, corrupt cops. And for your information, he knows a lot of people in the prison that got stuck in there and they didn't do things neither. So he's not the only one,
Yeah. Well, and also Under Your Scars, right now he's being represented by Drizen's Innocent Project, kind of like in a way for the minors, wrongfully convicted youth, that organization he is being represented by an Innocent Project, in a sense, but not the Innocent Project. And I'm not sure if they actually would take on Brendan's case, because rumor has it that they only really take on cases that can be proven with DNA or disproven with DNA. Hey, Barb, welcome. Yes, you're correct. It's on the federal. It's heading to the Supreme Court, basically federal. But yeah, that's my understanding about the Innocent Project that everyone thinks about. But yeah. Let's see. Well, that's the thing. There is no DNA in Brendan's case. So there's no DNA to disprove or prove whether Brendan did it or not. Those are generally the cases that the Innocent Project takes on. That's why they took on Stephen's case the first time around. Because there was DNA that they could test, and that they tested it, and they found that it wasn't Stephen who raped Penny Bernstein. So, but because there is no DNA in Brendan's case, it's just words,
Well, at that first case with Steve, that sucked anyways, because it takes more than 10 minutes to get from Michigan to the beach, and then where he did it, that at least took another 10 or 15 minutes to get there. And at that time, the cops were calling us all liars at the time.
Yeah.
I think that personally, it's when you bring something back like that, you don't forget that stuff, because, it's wrong,
Yeah. Well, and then here, next picture, this is the computer, I guess, that she used.
Oh, okay.
Here's the Freedom Rally, after rally sign. And then here's the message that Stephen gave a message to Sandy to read, and then I asked that morning, actually, a message to send to Lisa for everybody to read. So this was the message from Stephen. From Sandy: I'm doing really well and things are working out. I appreciate all of you who are trying to help me. Thank you all for showing up for the rally. I hope next rally is a welcome home celebration. I will never give up till I have proved my innocence. So that was from Stephen. And then from Brendan, he said, thank you everyone for being here and for supporting me and my family. I love and appreciate you all. I will never give up, so don't you guys give up too. Keep fighting for me, Brendan. And then more pictures. Looks like Barb and Leanne and Rick. And then here's Lisa doing her presentation of the key people or key interests of the case. Yes, they do turn very slowly. It took Brendan from 2007. So he was convicted in 2007, but then they started the process somewhere probably in 2008, 2009. And then by 2010, he was in court for the post-trial, trying to get, that stuff going. And I think they were also trying to do, attorney misconduct or whatever, trying to throw the case out because they were trying to say that he didn't have fair representation. And that's when they were going after Kaczynski and all of that with the O'Kelly thing. So, and that was in 2010. And, from that point, then it goes on, continues until what we had in 2000, 20? When it tried to go to the Supreme Court and then it failed. So that's literally how long it took from after being convicted to make it all the way to the Supreme Court like that. So yeah, it's a long time. And we only came in the last 9 years of it, I mean, we as in supporters when Making a Murder came out. So yeah, there's more people. There's the table with postcards and stuff and wristbands. And then there's Jerry signing a book. And then hugs. And then the screen. There's Paul with Mark and Jerome. And there's everybody watching the presentation. And there's your group picture. Look at you guys. Y'all look so happy.
Thank God I didn't fall on the stairs.
Oh, there's
the
me.
picture I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's me and Brendan.
Yeah, he's got. I guess he does have a head up on you there, definitely.
Yeah, he's a good.
Yeah, he's
like half a foot.
Yeah, I know.
Taller than me. Yeah. Yeah, there's me and Brendan. That was during the first visit. So he wanted to do, he told me originally we were going to do 6 photos. And so it was going to be just the group photo, and then we were each going to have a copy of it.
Yeah.
Plus him. And then, but when we got there, I think he changed his mind and he wanted individual pictures with us plus a group photo. So the first individual picture he took of us is the ones that we kept. So this is the one that I kept. And then the next day,
how many did he keep?
Well, he kept the first day's group photo and then the individual pictures from us for the next day. So
Okay.
So yeah, he has one group photo and then individual photos of us.
Yeah.
And so the next day I took another picture. This one right here, all the ladies that I went with, they straightened my hair, so it looks super sleek and straightened. And just a funny,
it looks like your hair does look more like it's more flatter.
It's more. It looks like it's done professionally, right? Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Because right after I got out of the visit, I sent this picture to my sister, and the only thing she said was, "Oh, you did your hair. It looks nice." It's like, oh, that's the only thing you need to say? Okay.
Oh, she never mentioned that you got to see Brendan finally?
Yeah. She's just like, oh, you finally brushed your hair. But, yeah. Brazilian.
Roselle. I like that balloon in the background, eh? When I had to take a picture with him last time, he said they just changed it when I got to take a picture with him.
Aw. Devin said that Brendan had shown him that picture of me and Brendan together, or of the group.
Yeah, see, here's mine. I was trying to reach for the balloon, but I couldn't.
Oh, yeah. Here, hold on. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I was trying to reach for the balloon, but
there we
it was
go.
at him. I was trying to reach for the balloon, but it was out of my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Yeah.
Me and Brendan, that's sweet.
Yeah.
The picture that the second day picture of just me and Brendan, I actually wished I would have kept that one because my hair was how it normally looks and I felt like a little bit more comfortable in it. So so this one is I'm a little bit more like, oh my god, we're taking a picture with Brendan. And then the second one I was a little bit more comfortable, but it's fine. It's fine that he has the one that I feel like I look better in. It's fine.
Oh, okay. That's all that counts, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a nice surprise to get a picture like that with him. So
well, I'm glad you guys all got up there, and I'm glad for him because he got to see different faces finally.
Yeah. Well, here, let's see. Here's all of us.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
I forgot to blur out one of the faces, but anyway, this is all of us. So this was the second day picture. So the first day picture, the group picture that he kept, we were in different spots. So like it was me next to Brendan, and then it was the third person,
well,
and
you don't want everybody in the same place anyway, right?
Yeah, well that's what so then this was the second day, so then we switched it up the position.
Yeah.
So but yeah, and then they let me keep the photo, so I still have it. I'm gonna frame it and put it on my wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you that's an experience you're never forgetting. You're never.
Oh, this is an experience that I will never ever take for granted or forget.
It's different seeing them in person because you can get the vibes.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was amazing. I hope the next time I see him is free, but
yeah.
Is that it? I think so. At least for these ones. So let me see something real quick because I wanted to show you guys. I thought I had these other pictures, so hold on. Maybe I put them in the wrong spot.
So when you first found out that you were going to go to see him, I bet you were so excited, huh?
I was very excited, but then I was very reserved about it because, like I said, the first visit was canceled.
Yeah, I know, that kind of sucked.
So I kind of was like, I don't want to get like too excited and then it get canceled again for whatever reason, and then
that must have kind of broke your heart when you got canceled the first time.
It really was upsetting, and then to find out that it was from somebody calling the prison to intentionally make it so he couldn't get a visit, that was very upsetting too.
Yeah,
and that's kind of why we kept it a secret.
I hate people that do that. Just they don't have nothing else better to do, just to try and get under your skin, you know.
Right. Well, and it I don't understand the hate for me. I'll be real honest.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I'm not a danger. I don't know, but yeah, no. It was really heartbreaking, and yeah. But it worked out, and I got to see him finally, and hopefully.
Just remember, you can't get along with everybody. So that used to bother me too. Oh my God, when I used to work at Hamilton's, I started when I was like 17 and a half, and when I got up into the wood plant, there was a lot of people that didn't like me. I'm going, that used to bother me at first, and I'm going, well, I'm just going to let it go through one ear and out the other,
Sometimes it bothers me when people say things that I think you
got your Mr. Know-it-alls and this and that and the other thing, and
like I get that I can be opinionated and I have a lot of unpopular opinions, but I mean, I don't know, but I don't know. It's neither here nor there. Like, and I have my suspicions on who it was, and they know who they were, but it's fine.
Yeah, just blow it off, let it go through. Because if you're going to
Right.
worry about it, it doesn't pay to worry about it. Because
Well, and it's done and over with, and
Yeah.
I did get to see him, and it worked out. So,
All right. Yeah.
and it this visit has definitely fueled me to want to keep going more for Brendan. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, because there's no way
Yeah.
you
And
can walk in
4 hours. 4 hours. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, it was
Yeah.
awesome. And yeah, no, and nothing about him screams guilty of any kind of crime.
Oh
So
yeah, definitely. Yeah. I
yeah,
always tell everybody at work that when you meet him in person, he's so sweet and everything, and big teddy bear. You'll say, "Oh, I don't believe that he had anything to do with it, just by his
yeah. There's no way.
personality and every." Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. There's absolutely no way he
yeah.
could have done anything like that. Let me see. I thought I saved more photos down, but while I'm trying to find the next photos to show you guys, because I at least wanted to show you guys.
Yeah, yeah. Take your time. Otherwise, whoever didn't see my video, why don't you
Oh,
throw it
that's
on?
right. I can. Yeah, I can do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Let that take up the space. Then I don't have to play. Catch up here. I don't know. I don't know if I might have. I might run out of things to say. So.
All right. Well, here we go. Let me share
Okay.
this.
Thank you. Yeah.
I forgot about it too.
Yeah. Did you get the whole thing? It came through.
Yep.
Okay. There it is.
You ready?
Okay.
Hey, hi everybody, Pete the Birdman. My first video for 2025. Yeah, I was going to shoot it a couple weeks ago, but I had an accident. I fell off the ladder. So thank God I just got some bad bruises. So here's the first one for 2025. They're all out here, but some are off. Some are off feeding, some are off doing the nests. And I got these full here. They're in the cords this year, here and then over here. You can listen to them. Like I said, they're not all here, just some of them. See, some of them are out getting bugs or nesting material.
Here we go.
And there's my new one. It's just like my old one. I think I made it a couple inches bigger. Where the shelves come out, or where they sit, that's definitely bigger. I think the old one is like 4x4. I think I made that 6x6. So I think I made the rooms a little bit bigger too. I always like to add a little bit more because they said more rooms the better. So I just happened to pick yellow. I know the other ones are white and blue, but it was originally supposed to be white and red or orange, but they didn't have the color I wanted, so I went yellow. You gotta go with brighter colors, because if you paint the birdhouse brown, they will not nest in it because it absorbs heat, and you don't like the heat. So that's why Martin houses should always be brighter color. So I'll do a couple, and you can hear them talking. Instead of my big voice, you can hear their voice. Yeah, they're pretty much going to each other's house yet. Some are deciding which ones to nest in. Some have nests already. So they're definitely call us up. See if you don't really move that much. I've been out here for a little while, so they kind of get used to you. They just look at you. Like that one that's sticking his head out now. He's looking at me. So that's a male. So Yeah, they're still pretty much going back and forth to the houses. Some are, most of them are nesting already. I think it kind of sucks this year that because it's still kind of cold, you know. The regular temperature at this time of the year is supposed to be like 70. So we're lucky here by the lakes are 50s. So feel sorry for these guys all the time, you know. Yeah, they'll well now there's a bunch I took off. They take off, they go around, come back in. Now later on this afternoon or after 10 o'clock in the morning, they always go, they disappear for a while, and then they go out and eat bugs and stuff. Well, I mean, they eat bugs around here too, but the whole clan takes off, so then it's really quiet. So. Okay, alrighty then. I almost got 5 minutes coming up, so there's my first shot of the Martins for 2025. And there's my new house. I don't know how long it's going to last. That old one I had up for last year, I bought that from a buddy for like $25, and I had it for, oh shit, I think it's like 25 years, 26. And it finally, you know, they don't last forever. They start rotting, so. Just like these two here, this one, this will probably be the last year I might get out of these, so I'll probably maybe make some new ones or whatever. So
What does that mean, last year?
On the ones for last year, they're pretty rotted. I might not get another year out of them, so I might have to make some new ones. But I mean, I had those like 25, 30 years, so
yeah.
And it's regular wood, so what happens is the paint finally gets soft, and then it works into the wood, and then the wood starts rotting. So
yeah.
I
guess I misheard when you said this is my last year with this. I thought you meant like...
No, not with the birds. No, with those two other blue and white ones.
Yeah. Okay, good. I was gonna say no, okay. Pete, don't give up on the birds.
No, me, the bird man, take a dive. No,
right?
It's enough. I took a dive off a ladder. So.
Okay, from the Birdman Pete, I hope you guys enjoyed my first video for the year. Here's my new house. Take care. And for my accident, I'm healing up really good. Kind of slow. I was off of work a week. That was a week from hell. So, yeah, when you fall and you hit the cement from 8 feet up or a little less, that kind of bites a little bit. So, okay, adios from the Birdman. We'll see you guys later.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
All right. Last bit of pictures, and then
okay.
And then if anybody has any questions, obviously. But this was, let's see. Oop. How did I do that? How did I do that? Hold on.
How did you do what? To show your cars?
I think I did this weird. Hold on.
That's what I do when I usually go see Brendan, show a couple pictures.
Well, in that picture, yeah, that picture was me showing. Oh, I think I know what I did. Not the tire screen. This picture right here is me showing. This was us leaving on the last day, and I literally sat here for like 10 minutes just like staring at the prison while everyone in the car was talking, and I just quickly snapped like another photo. I don't know, just to like preserve the moment, but like, yeah, this was like on the last day of leaving, and It was sad. I didn't like leaving him. So.
Oh, then you know what's going on every time I go.
Oh yeah, no, I couldn't imagine
But
with
but
you
that's no
and
fair. You got an extra hour, and I did it. I'm mad. No, I'm just kidding. No,
dude,
I
if we
think
could
that's
give a
actually cool.
20-hour visit, I would.
I think that's actually cool that you guys get an extra hour.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, it's always very sad to leave because you can't bring them with you.
well, it just
Yeah,
feels very wrong. Like he doesn't belong there.
yeah, it does. Yeah, you want to
Like
just
it,
take 'em- you just want to take them and bring, you know, like I got a guy at work. Hey, let me get up and see him. We'll bust out of there with him. And I says, no,
right.
you don't want to do
Well,
that. You know.
that's the feeling that I had. I just wanted to grab his hand and run through the door, and like he doesn't belong there. Like
Yeah,
leaving him there, like everything inside of me was screaming, like this is wrong. It's wrong. Like
yeah,
it was hard, and I
yeah.
cried. I don't like crying in front of people, so
Oh
I really
yeah,
tried to
yeah.
keep it together. But
You're the behind the scenes crier.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was
and
really
I
hard.
totally and I totally understand that too. I am too because when I was a kid, when I got treated bad, I was crying in front of everybody, and they said, "Oh, what a baby, what a baby." So I always
Yeah,
do it. I always do it behind the scenes because I don't think there's nothing wrong with crying.
yeah,
You
I
know?
try to cry behind the scenes. I'm also an angry crier though, so if I get really angry, I cry, and that
Oh,
doesn't
okay,
help. That doesn't help
okay,
me because I'm like I
okay,
don't want to cry. But anyway,
okay, okay,
um, but yeah, so that's what this photo was me. Um, this was
okay.
us at the hotel well before we were leaving
All
to
right,
head our
cool.
separate ways.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that had to be hard too.
this was me being silly. So that plant,
Hey, you got well. At least you got Brendan under the seatbelt. You're not letting him fly.
right? So the plant behind the picture is actually a
Yeah.
plant that I bought during the visit.
Oh
I
yeah, yeah,
also bought a bunch of because Brendan, one of his jobs is is worm castings they call it. He
yeah,
basically
yeah,
raises worms and then they collect the poop.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so
It's
that's
kind
his
of like
job.
your it's kind of like your anus poop a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
from Uranus.
Yeah, yeah. From somebody's anus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I bought like some worm castings and then I bought this little plant. And guys, to be real honest with you, the reason why I was gonna get flowers because I love flowers because
Yeah.
they had like a little thing where you can buy a different plant or whatever. But anyway,
Yeah,
um,
they got some nice arrangements there too.
yeah, they do. They're gorgeous. And I honestly
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna buy some flowers. And I told him that over the phone because he's like, yeah, you can get whatever you want. Just bring the
Yeah.
envelope. And I was like,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But when I saw this plant, this ivy plant, it instantly reminded me of Linda. So I
Oh,
grabbed it.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, because she told me once that she had one of those plants and how it grew. And
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know. And when I saw it, I just thought Linda. So I grabbed it.
Now how awesome is that?
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I was just being silly though with the photo. I was like, okay, me and Brendan are heading home now. But
Yeah, at least you got him under a seatbelt so he doesn't
yeah,
fall
it's all safe. Yes.
out. Okay. Boy, but I can't even talk anymore. How would you expect to get an ivy plant, from him anyways,
I know. And worm poop, I'm really happy
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
thought that was awesome.
he always wants me to get some. Is that now that's used for like if you want to mix it with regular soil, right?
Yeah, you just mix it. There's instructions that come with it,
Okay.
like a little
Yeah.
pamphlet,
Yeah.
and you just mix it with regular soil, and it promotes regular soil and it
Okay.
makes it. It's like a natural fertilizer. So
Oh, okay. It's
yeah,
like
I'm
when the farmers use that liquid manure for It's kind of like
Yeah.
something like that, but only in a different.
Kind of like that.
Only only it's worm. Yeah. Okay.
Worm poo. Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm gonna set up my garden probably not this weekend because of my car stuff going on. I don't know if I'll
Okay.
have the money to do it, but like I was gonna set up my garden here soon.
Yeah.
And then I was gonna
So
use some of the worm cat.
Well, you were
case.
talking about your car before. You said brakes. What does it actually do? Grinding?
No, it wasn't grinding, but they do need to be changed.
Oh, okay.
And no, what
As long
happened
as
was
it wasn't grinding, because once it gets down to grinding, then you got to replace the then it's going
rotors
into
and
the
all that.
rotors, yeah, and then that's a little more money right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what happened was that when I was on the road, every time I would pull to a gas station to fill it up,
Mhm.
and when I turned the key to turn on the car after filling it up, when it has a full tank of gas, it wouldn't turn. Like it was trying. It's like, you know how it tries to start, but it doesn't catch.
Yeah.
So it was
It
doing
almost
that.
sounds like your starter.
Well, that's what I thought too. But here's the thing: like if I start pumping the pedal and then it catches.
Yeah.
Once it catches, like let's say I turn my car off immediately and then turn it back on, it turns on without a problem.
Oh, okay.
So it's just only right after I fill up.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
It is weird. So the day that I left for this whole trip thing, because I went to Iowa first, and you know, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you probably saw the pictures of Iowa and hang out with my sister. That's where I was during rally and all that. But the day that I was leaving for Iowa, this all started, and I was like, well, you know, I'm kind of committed and I have to go. So, you know, and I just, you know, every time I stopped for gas and filled it up, I did the thing again, and then it, you know, but it started. So, and then I made it all the way back just fine. And then,
because something like that, you never know, because you get stranded. How you going to make it back? You know.
and you just have an actual new neighbor, Pete. If I get stuck in Wisconsin,
Yeah, you'll be stranded.
then you really are.
You'll be stranded in Two Rivers and Manitowoc for you know.
Then you will have a new neighbor.
Yeah. So how are you doing with your job and everything at
The job's doing good.
Walmart? Yeah, that's great. That's good.
Yeah. No, it's a good job. I like my job. I like my coworkers.
Yeah, once you get used to it, I always tell people when they get a job, 50% of it is getting along with the people. If you get along with the people, then the rest is a piece of cake.
Yeah. No, I very much enjoy everybody I work with. There isn't anybody that I don't like. But I was wondering if anyone has recommended to you or Barb not to attempt contact with government to discuss friends. Not to?
No,
I don't know.
No, I don't.
No one's ever told you, Pete, not to contact the governor?
No. Why would I want to talk to him anyways? He keeps on putting everything over his head and everything. So why would I want to talk to him?
Yeah. I mean, I would love to talk to him. Every time I went to the Capitol to ask to talk to him, he wasn't there, or he said no. I mean, I'd love to talk to him about Brendan.
Nah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Because he might say something. He'll probably say something I didn't like anyway. So that's why I don't even want to waste my time.
Yeah.
You know, like Brendan says, he told me that he pardoned so many people that did wrong and that did things worse than he did. So.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So.
I don't.
I can do without him. Personally, I see him on TV. I don't know. I think he's ugly, but that's just the way it is. You know. I'm not.
I think
the best
he's ugly.
Either,
oh, I think he's ugly on the inside.
I'm not the best looking either, but I don't know.
I think he's ugly on the inside.
Yeah, I can do without him. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Because I think he is. I think what Egypt Mania is saying, he's weak. He doesn't have balls. He doesn't. He says that he cares about the kids in Wisconsin and he's for families, but he's 100%
Now, if you would have came out if you would have came out one of these times and acknowledged us that, oh, I'm doing all I can and I'm really for him and everything and at least let us know that he's listening than just brushing us off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like under your stars, yeah, full of crap. You got that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Well,
I just don't care for him. I see him a lot on the news, big deal. So, yeah, that's a nice picture right there.
yeah, this is us in front when Barb showed up.
Yeah, that was boy. I see Brendan's even taller than Carrie. When you had that video next, when you guys were all in by him, I thought Carrie would
Where is it?
would surpass him. Holy shit! It's in there somewhere.
There we go.
Right there. Yeah,
I think they're actually the same height. I think
pretty close.
Because
yeah.
he said he's 6'1", and I think she says she's 6'1" too.
Okay.
And yeah, and she might have been kneeling a little bit too.
Yeah, I think she crouched down because she
crouched
didn't
down a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't want to take saying, "Hey, I'm taller than you."
So yeah, he's definitely, and we were joking with the third person because she's just as short as Barb, so we were calling her Pocket Rocket, and she's super small too. So thank you for being here under your stars, and for showing and for supporting and all that. Look here, let me. This was us in the car. I took this photo. I really like how we look here. But yeah, I think that's basically
you have
all the pictures
nice
I have. Yeah.
Yeah, you have all nice pictures. Yeah.
Yeah. So, if anybody has any questions or anything, if I forgot to mention something that people were dying to know. Oh, for the second visit, I did eat. There was like a pizza with chicken.
Yeah,
wings.
I was gonna say, what did you have? Yeah, because on your next visit, it should have been like regular food, like hamburgers and whatever.
So
I don't know what you had. Yeah.
The special was the chicken with the pizza, French fries, and that's what Brendan had. And then I had.
But on the second night, you ate them.
I ate. I had a turkey salad.
Ooh.
The
salads are really good.
They are really good, actually. It was pretty bomb. Like, I'm very particular about salad and like my meats and stuff like that.
Are they still pretty big yet, the salads?
Oh, they were good size for me. They were pretty big, yeah.
Okay.
I would pay
for. One
for.
time I got to eat and ordered a salad, and you got pretty much for what you paid for.
I mean, I couldn't finish it. It was a big salad for me.
Yeah. You got to take it along with you, right?
No, I don't think you could anymore.
Oh, maybe. Oh, okay. I thought. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know how the eating is, but I know if you have a soda, if you don't finish the soda, I know you can take the soda with you. I guess
so.
You can't with the food,
Walking into the prison, you walk up to so you have this paper, and Pete's gone over this before. Like, you fill out a paper with your name and address on it, and he probably has a copy of it.
Yeah, I got about 30 sitting here already filled out. It looks like this.
Yeah. So you fill out.
Yeah, I got my John Henry on there already.
Yeah, you fill out.
So all I do is just fill in the date and then.
And who you're visiting, and then you hand it to the guy at the desk, and then he checks in the computer and makes sure that everything's square. You hand him your license, and that's all you're allowed to have with you. There's like lockers that you can put your stuff in.
And then then there's a little coin you get, and you put your stuff in the locker, and then
Yeah. And so then you walk through the metal detector. So I will tell you this story because she said I could say it. So Carrie, when she got to the hotel last, and then we were literally going from the hotel to the visiting thing, and she was wearing spandex pants.
Oh, okay.
And when we got to the hotel room, and she's setting her stuff down, and I was like, "Are you gonna wear that to the prison?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "I don't think you're allowed to wear that. The spandex
Sometimes
pants.
if you wear too flashy stuff, they don't like that.
Yeah, they don't want you to show off your butt." And and she's like, "Oh shit!" And she forgot her pants at home, like they were laying on the She's like, she literally forgot them, and so when we went to the prison. She's like, "Oh, they're gonna turn me away," and I was like, "Well, let's just not bring attention to it. Just pretend like there's nothing going on, and you know what I mean? Because maybe he won't notice it."
And it all depends on who's looking at you too. Because there's some guards when you get up there. Sometimes they're real lenient, and then there's some that'll nail you for anything. So
right. So that's kind of like we were just like, let's just play along, let's just see what happens, right? So we get up there, and the guy, once we get past the metal detector, he literally looks her up and down. He's like, "You can't wear that," and we were like, "Dang it!" So she was turned away. She offered that, Jennar. She offered to take off a sweatshirt and tie it around her waist, and they still said no. So they were like, "Go and change, and then come back." So she was like, "Cool." So the rest of us were fine because we made it through okay. Like I was wearing the first T-shirt I was wearing was the one that he drew. I ordered the owl T-shirt, but the company that we've been doing T-shirt order still hasn't sent it to me, which is also why, because nobody got the rally T-shirt either. Like it's just been, but that's what this visit was. So this was the first visit. So that was what I was wearing. And I wasn't even sure if I was allowed to wear that because I have my friend Devin who was in prison that I used to go visit him. And they didn't let me in with a free Brendan Dassey T-shirt at his prison. Like I had to change my shirt. So
there they I don't think they really mind with the shirts. There's a couple times where I got one and it said free Brendan Dassey, and they don't really seem to care at this one.
Yeah, so that's why I had an extra shirt in the car just in case, but they let me through with it. But yeah,
I ran into that too one day. I went up there. You can't wear a muscle shirt, and I didn't have another one. And lucky I had my light coat. He goes, you have to put your coat on, and then I had to wear my coat because they don't like that when you wear a muscle shirt. So
yeah, it's just it's weird rules, but
it's
whatever.
Weird. Yeah.
But so she went back to the hotel, and then she grabbed another pair of pants that she had, but they had holes in them. They had, like the fashion holes that they make in days. And
I can't believe how much they want for those.
I know, it's ridiculous to me too.
Oh my god, it is.
But so she throws those on and then rushes back. And before this all happened, though, when we were in the hotel room, she's like, "Should I wear these pants then, the whole ones?" And I said, "I don't think they're gonna let you in with those either because there's holes all over them." Like I'm used to the dress code of what Devin's prison was, so that's what I was basing all this on. But but so she comes back and tries to use those pants. Under, like, she has her sweatpants, not her sweatpants, her spandex pants underneath those jeans with the holes in them. Oh, and he still turned her away.
Oh no, again?
Again, yeah, he turned her away again. How long
did it take for her to get in?
I know. So by this point, we're sitting up there waiting for Brendan, and our backs were to where he walks through in. So I'm like sitting in an angle, just staring at the area that I figured he was going to walk through and just waiting for him. Like, yeah, it was nervous for me to do. But anyway, And then, so she goes back to the hotel, and then she grabs sweatpants that she has for PJs, and then she throws those on, and they let her in with those on.
How far was the hotel from Brendan?
It was like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So
they
she
left
missed
her in finally what kind of pants?
regular sweatpants.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so the regular sweatpants, she would, but then they do count at like 4:45.
Yeah. Didn't that scare you
So
when it goes? "Ee"?
yeah, so and then during count, you're not allowed to leave the area. People aren't allowed to come in or out of the prison.
Yeah.
So when she came back the third time, she was approved, but she just couldn't come up to the visit until
Oh,
5.
she had to wait till the count was final. Yeah.
Yep.
Now was that on the first night or?
That was on the first night. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So then by the time she missed like the first hour, I'd say,
Okay.
of the visit. But she made it
But
in.
at least they left her go and come back, you know.
Yeah, that was very, because even Brendan said, I think he said to us later that they usually wouldn't let you do that for the third time. So
Yeah. I remember when Brendan used to be in Green Bay and I went up and there's this one lady that went before me. She had like loads of jewelry on and you're never going to get in with that.
yeah,
And then it took her so long to take everything off. You're just wasting your time, you know.
yeah,
But if people don't know, you know, like right now and now she knows better. But yeah, but when you're a first time visitor, you don't know what to wear or not to wear, you know.
yeah. Well, and I,
Yeah.
I had the thing from the website. I was reading it off to them in the hotel room before we were leaving, making sure everybody was super great. It's just the pants thing, and you
Yeah.
know, but
And that
other than
happens.
that,
But like Brendan said, at least they left her come back 3 times because
yeah,
they could have got a they could have just said no after the first time and you know just left her come back the second night. But I think they were nice there. So
but
they are picky on things, but otherwise it's a pretty good place because they sometimes they let things slide. You know.
yeah, they seemed like they were decent people.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guards were like they didn't seem mean or nasty or anything like that. Just from the
Yeah.
very little interaction I've had with them.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, Barb would whisper like, "Oh, that's a good one," like a guard. Like, "Oh, he's a good guard," or you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah. I always ask Brendan too when I'm visiting him, how is this guard? How is this guard? 9 times out of 10, they're pretty good, you know.
yeah.
So,
So he does have like generally a good experience, I guess, compared to like other experiences he could have with the guards.
yeah.
But were they? So I feel like they were respectful to him and to us. And then we
Yeah.
weren't. You're not allowed to talk to any other visitor or inmate.
Yeah,
You're not.
yeah.
He's not allowed to talk to any other visitor or inmate. We're not allowed to talk to any visitor or inmate. There was actually on the second day. Hey, Robin, welcome.
Hey, there's Robin. I just saw Robin outside just before I came in.
There was
Just kidding.
there was a guy
Yeah,
in the.
they're. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was to say there was a guy having a visit in the table next to us. There's actually 2 stories I can tell you guys that I thought were kind of. One's really cool, and one's actually it just shows you how dumb I am. So anyway, so there is a guy who had a visit in the table right next to us, and like we couldn't really, like I said, you can't really talk. But Brendan kind of whispered to me, "I think he's falling asleep," and I look over, and it's the inmate, and I was like, "Oh, I think he's awake," because I think his head was just in a weird position. Anyway. But he had a couple of people with him, and one of them was in a wheelchair. And so at the end of the visit, you say your goodbyes, and you all go in this little room, and then they close it, and then they open another door, and then you walk through. But as we were walking down the hallway, the guy who was visiting at the table next to us with that inmate, and he was pushing the wheelchair, and he said to us, "It was so hard not to say this, but next time you talk to him, tell Brendan to keep fighting and that we believe in him," or something like that.
When you were
So-
up on any of your visits, did you see any dogs?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
see,
saw I saw a poodle.
They got an organization up there that if you get when you come through the when you first come through and show your paper and you walk through the when you walk through the metal detector and as
Yeah,
you're
all
going
those
down,
dog pictures.
yeah. Okay, that's all the dogs that are there. Yeah, people take care of them for
Yeah, Brendan
and
was telling us about them.
yeah, and then sometimes when I'm there on Sundays, somebody will walk out with a cool one. I'm going, oh, all right.
That's why
They train them and stuff,
yeah. I saw we saw a poodle dog, like a standard,
Yeah,
those large poodle dogs, beautiful dog.
yeah.
And I said out loud, "Oh, can I go pet the dog?"
No, I don't think.
And
So.
everyone's like, "No."
No,
I was like, "Oh, I want to I want to hug the dog."
yeah.
I also saw a bunny, because there was like a patio area like in the back area where the windows are
Yeah.
that they have closed off. There was like a patio.
Oh yeah,
area.
there's like a playground. It says
Yeah.
nobody allowed to be out there. Chris, I think Brendan said they had that up there. They had that up there 10 years, and I says, well, what happened? Somebody did something out there, so that's off limits. So
Yeah. No, I saw a bunny back there, and every time I saw the bunny, I'd be like, "The bunny!"
oh, I don't have my Peter Rabbit sign.
Yeah.
HD Rhonda just said Peter Rabbit. Yeah.
Oh, I was calling him Harriet.
Oh,
That was kind of the problem. What at the visit was is that, and just to kind of describe to you guys the setup here. So they've got these tables, and they're small, like kindergarten tables. They're low to the ground tables, and they're shaped like a rectangle. And so there was two of them pushed together alongside, and on one side, it's just Brendan, just one chair. It's Brendan sitting there. And then on the other side of the table, it's 5 chairs of all of us sitting there. And you're not allowed to go past a certain point from the table. You're only allowed to have like a 7 or 10-second hug in the beginning and end. I think you're allowed to kiss, but not like, you know what I mean? Like not.
Yeah. Not a romantic if you're making a.
You're not allowed to grope each other.
You can't make a love story. No, you can't make a love story. Yeah.
So you're allowed to have those kind of interactions in the beginning and the end, but so that's kind of how the table setup is. So it was kind of like us 5 on one side and him on the other, and it was very hard for me. And it was the way it was set up was third person, Rhonda, Barb, me, and Carrie.
Yeah.
And so it was very hard for me and Carrie to hear what the third person and Rhonda were talking about on one end of the table. And then it was hard for them to hear what we were talking about. But me and Carrie kept getting loud, talking about farting and
farting. Oh
we were being silly. And just like, and being the silly, like, we were one of the people called us naughty. We were the naughty girls, naughty side of the table. But anyway, yeah.
How did you like them chairs, Chris?
They're so uncomfortable.
I sit on them and I got to get up and I'm walking funny. I says, "Oh, my ass hurts," and Brendan starts laughing. Yeah. Well, see, they used to have chairs with that were more comfortable, but I think when people spilled soda on them, it was kind of hard to wash them.
Yeah.
Where these, if you spill soda on it, all you do is just take a wet rag and wipe it off. I think that's why they changed them. But they did have comfortable chairs, at one time. Yeah. Yeah,
the chairs, it was more the table because it was so low. So you're literally bent over a lot, especially when you're playing cards. And I have lower backs. So like doing that constantly for 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, it was hard. And I was afraid to use the bathroom because there's like a whole process to doing that. Apparently. Yeah. So I just was, I did say farting.
And you know,
We were making fart jokes.
you know why those tables are so low too, don't you?
Yeah, they don't want you to pass something underneath it or
Yeah.
try to play footsie or
footsie or other stuff. Yeah.
other stuff. Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, other things. Yeah.
But so yeah, just like what Rhonda said, Rhonda did ask him, you know, what does your cell look like, and he did kind of draw a little diagram for us. So it's very small. It's very, very small. But have you ever I haven't actually seen his cell. I'm sure you can probably Google the prison.
I
don't know.
I know when they had Green Bay because they want to knock Green Bay's down because it's so old. I know
I've heard that.
The inside. I know they showed the inside of there, and yeah, there was. Yeah, it's not, you know. And then when he tells me he doesn't sleep on much neither.
Yeah.
You know.
And is he able to keep the stuff people send to him? So no. If you send it the way like things that are in the catalog and stuff that he's allowed to have, he can hold on to it. And then, but like if you're talking about like stuffed animals, action figures, all those things, paintings and stuff that people send, Barb and Pete keep hold of that stuff, and they're waiting for him at the house. So
yeah, I got a bunch of stuff here, but I guess there's more that she has. I guess she has like a half a room full.
Well, she's got a whole room full.
Yeah, a whole room full. Yeah, I only got maybe part of a wall full here. That's you know.
But yeah, no, it was drawings and letters of cards he puts on his pinboard. Yeah, so there's like things like that he keeps. But nothing like.
And for pictures, he can keep so many, and then when he gets more than the ones that he has to send them home. I forgot how many. But you know.
Well, he's probably got quite a few. So,
yeah.
Because he's got all those brothers and nephews and a niece and nieces and So, but yeah, no, he keeps what he can, and I know he's got like books and stuff that people send him that he holds on to for a little bit before sending them home, and so he's got property and stuff, but like nothing like anything that's not prison approved he can't keep anyway.
Yeah, and the stuff he can send them that is allowable, it's got to be right from the store. It's got to be packaged up. And the price has got to be right on it. And,
and he can only have a certain amount of that stuff, too. He can't just have, like, 30 toothbrushes, you know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah. I think we've almost been live for 2 hours, Pete.
Yeah, I know. I got 1:43, and it's going 12, 13, 14. You got the same time there?
It's 4:44.
No, I'm looking at the live time that we're on.
Oh, yeah. No, it's the same.
1:43, yeah.
Yep.
Sorry that I got kind of mixed up at first. When we first came on, I when you sent me that, it didn't come through my computer, but it was on my phone.
Yeah.
And I only had the old one on there from the week before.
That's all good.
Yeah, I'm glad that we hooked up at the same time, and it wasn't a half hour later or half an hour sooner.
Yeah. Well, it worked out, and I kind of promised I would talk about things that we can do for Brendan to help out.
Yeah.
And right now, I have like a bunch of ideas that I'd like to start working on, because, like I said, this really motivated me, and there's a lot of things that I've found out that are happening legally in Wisconsin that can benefit Brendan if we stay on top of those things. So there are some things that I have ideas about advocating for, maybe even sending to legislators or something like that. So yeah, definitely, Jen R. I am going to be trying to make myself more available in Discord. I've rejoined a couple of Discords because now that the visit's over, I'm not too scared of certain things happening. So, yeah, maybe we can arrange for a Discord meeting. In anybody that wants to be involved in that and wants to know or keep up with these ideas that I have. Yeah, so definitely the best thing that everyone can do right now is to keep writing to Brendan and to keep sending him cards, keep sending him messages, keep being present, keep reminding him that you're here and that, we're not giving up on him, because that's more important to hear than you guys probably realize. So
Yeah, and to everybody out there, and to you, Becca, if you want to keep going, just let me know on Thursday if you want to do another show.
I think we will be.
And then we can be back on Fridays again, and
I don't see why not.
I don't miss you, and I hope I don't miss But when you first put up the 3 o'clock, I wasn't thinking, so that's why I says it's 5 o'clock, not 3. And if you want to keep it for 5 instead of 5:30, I mean, it's up to you,
Yeah, I think 5 for 3:30 is the time that it is for me, and that works for me. So
okay,
but I think we'll
just let me know. Let me know on Thursday when you're interested, and then see, that'll give me a time to adjust of what I'm going to be doing. So
you betcha.
Well, it's nice seeing everybody again. It's nice to be back.
Yeah, it's nice to be back, and I hope to see you guys next Friday.
Yeah,
and
goodbye, everybody. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go out with this video.